My name is Michael Potts, and I live on this Scepter 36-foot sailboat, and this is where I am today. When you meet another cruiser on a sailboat, you instantly become friends. And in this video, I meet a guy who up and sold his business, his house, and moved on to a sailboat to live the life out here in marinas, on oceans, and in anchorages all over the world. In this video, we leave Charleston and head towards Myrtle Beach, so stick around. Let's get into the video. It is time to leave Charleston. We got our clearance and we got a friend coming along with us, Mark, on Arabella. And Mark is a new to the yachting world guy who owns his own boat. The first boat he bought was a 125, and he now has a 40-foot catch rig vessel. And he has asked me to help him a little bit and teach him a little bit about sailing. So today we are going to pull up the anchors. We're going to head down, around, and to the port exit, where we're going to anchor for the night. And in the morning there's going to be some wind, and we're going offshore. You're 10 feet tall and bulletproof.
Hell yeah.
Mark's doing a good job.
You ought to get a lick. I can't put it like you did.
All right, we made it to the Ben Sawyer Bridge, and nope, the current's going this way, brother. It's only for 35 minutes. All right, so we're waiting for this bridge to open. It opens on the hour. It's not an on-demand bridge. And then we're gonna go up that way somewhere and drop the hook somewhere along there near the exit to the ocean. So in the morning we got options. There's a really good wind today. It's perfect sailing conditions. Oh, this is the wind. If the wind was just like this every day, it would be amazing. So I just realized I only have 530 nautical miles left. It kind of makes me sad. It's almost like you're moving forward a bit there. Are you in gear? Are you sure? Okay, she's just swinging around. It's all good. That was a little weird. Now you're, oh good, okay. And I was wondering, I was like, what's going on here? All right, we're gonna get through this bridge in a minute here. Alrighty, so Mark's gonna come up and buddy boat with me here so we can work on his anchor, and so check it out. Good morning. Oh, this is great. I'm surprised we held last night here in this spot. So my anchor is holding both our boats. Isn't that interesting? so we're just north of Charleston. We're gonna try and cover some distance today. Looks like there's a bit of wind and it's calm out on the ocean. The ocean's right out there. Anyway, it's just low tide right now. And there is wind here. This is great. We're gonna try and cover some distance today, so let's get at her. So I'm just north of Charleston, north of Dewey Island here in South Carolina, okay? And there's no wind today. I mean, I got the sail, there's a little bit of wind, tiny bit. I had to clean the prop this morning and scrape some of the hull down. There's quite a bit of growth down there. Anyway, I'm doing 4.5 knots. I'm gonna try and get to McClellanville today, and I'm gonna help Mark with some of his setting up his autopilot for him and his chart plotter. And Mark's sailing for the first time right now. He's got his sail up. Look at that. And it's a perfect day to kind of test out his rig because there's not much wind, right? So he gets used to it safely. And I've been going over the very basic principles of what to do. You know, when to turn into the wind, not to get your lines tangled, always carry a knife on you, you know what I mean? All these things, red right returning, you know. So he's taking well to it. So yeah, he's becoming a salty dog like me. In the next week here, he's going to be able to do it by himself and do it confidently, right? You know, you can't just buy a big boat and just expect to learn it without anyone telling you some tricks and tips. Oh, these bloody flies just bit me. big old yellow fly. Anyway, let's get into McClellanville and see what happens. Wow. Mark and I have been having fun every time we anchor. A couple beers, it's been great. Having someone else to chat with once we're anchored. Anyway, we are 15.3 nautical miles away from a marina that has diesel. I am plumb out of diesel. All my cans are empty, all Mark's cans are empty, and the tank's really low, so I need to go and get diesel right away. So that's what we're gonna do. 15.1 nautical miles away. Right now we're just near Georgetown, the Georgetown lighthouse, which is just over there. So Georgetown lighthouse. This is the plan so far. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go and get diesel, and there's also a Taco Bell, which is great. And what I'm gonna do, get diesel, and then we're gonna go and use the power of the tide to get to the exit of the port at the Georgetown lighthouse, where I did a video. There's a video somewhere. I'll try and make a link to it. And tomorrow we're gonna go offshore and do a huge passage because there's perfect conditions. The waves have flattened out because it's been really calm. Anyways, a bit of wind this morning, and yeah, let's get into Georgetown and get some diesel. made it to Georgetown. I'm gonna go in and get diesel and water. And looks like the wind's gonna be on our nose next couple days. That's not good. So anyway, we're gonna anchor along here somewhere and figure out what's next. A little bit of a storm approaching here, and Mark and I are putting some diesel in his boat in preparation for our journey to Myrtle Beach. Now he's got two 50-gallon tanks for water. That took like an hour to fill up. And he's got a massive 100-gallon diesel tank. I wonder how far you could go on that. It's like the range on this boat. And this boat she'll do 7 knots under power easily. So, I mean, my boat is so underpowered. There's so much shite on the hull. I'm so slow right now. So Mark's like, I don't idle to stay at my speed. But she does really well when the sails are up. You know, back up to 6 knots. So, anyway, I really got to scrape that bottom down. The problem is this water is so dark and brackish. And this morning I saw a huge alligator. I saw multiple alligators today. So I ain't going anywhere near there. I mean, the other day, Mark and I hopped in the water and scraped what I could off my prop and his prop. It was pretty scary actually, but the further north we go, Myrtle Beach has clear water, so I'll be able to take a good look at the hull and see what's going on, because it's vibrating. There's something weird going on down there, so I gotta figure this out. All right, we just got fresh provisions, diesel, water, got rid of our garbage, and we are now gonna go back out and anchor. Now, we will do a tour of this boat, guys, coming up. I'm gonna show you guys what this thing's all about. So stick around for that. That will happen in this video. Very cool boat. I'll give you an idea roughly what he paid for it and some of the cool specifications. Now, there's always that question. There's very many questions you guys have. A, are you allowed to be drunk on a hook? That's a good question. If you got your not in command signal up and you had a couple too many rum and you're gonna blow over 0.08, can the government give you a BUI, boating under intoxicating, or whatever it is? All right, it's a good question. Stick around, I'll tell you the answer. Now, also, I mean, can someone single hand this? Make a comment down below what you think. Is this boat too big for someone to single hand? You know, it is into that under 50-foot range. Me personally, yes and no. Would I take this thing into the Bahamas? She'd be a lot of work. You know, that's the thing. What size boat is too big to single hand? We're going to talk a little bit about that in this episode, so stick around. It's going to be really interesting. Mark's been doing good. He's learning the ropes, man. Yeah, let's go up past me, come around the back. Yeah, we'll be good.
Port side or starboard?
On the starboard side, so the far side. As long as we're out of that. But
Deep enough?
oh yeah, I think so. I think it's about 14 or 19 there. Anyway, we're mid-tide right now, so this place is notorious. We're in Georgetown Landing, South Carolina. It's a really great marina, guys. Cheap fuel, people here are nice. They let you bring your dinghy in for free. They're just really good people. They let you walk into town to get provisions without charging you, and that's a pretty rare thing in the marina world. You can anchor just out where my boat is, as long as you're not in the navigational channel. Okay, you can stay out there all you want. Now, the tide here is notoriously treacherous. At times it can be up to 4 knots. So you got to be a little careful there. Lots of crab pots and everything everywhere. Anyway, we're going to go up and around, anchor, and I'm going to take a look at Mark's chart plotter right now and his autopilot. All right, so Mark's kind of learning the ropes. We're going to bust it out and see if it works. Look at this thing. You never really do that. We should have put that engine up, but yeah, crab pot on your port side towards my boat. Now, think about this boat. She's got doesn't have an electric windlass. It's one of these manual ones. So we're gonna figure out a better system for this, because it's not really that great. This boat has a full keel, so she doesn't really reverse very well. It's kind of an issue. And there's 4 sails in total. So she's got a lot of power behind her in terms of wind management. And with me, I only got 3, right? My Genoa 150, my main, and my spinnaker. So it's kind of easy to manage. A big boat like this is a lot of work. You got to think about that. Yeah, so I would just be maybe 20, 30 feet past me. Okay, we'll drop the hook there. Okay, now you want to chuck her in reverse.
Can you throw too much over?
No.
So you can just keep letting this on out now.
Yeah, probably if that chain will start banging on your hull and shit.
Yeah, right. I'm just making, I'm asking just for a question.
But you do want to have them both tied. Right? This is okay, this lump here.
Yeah.
But now we know all the way to the boat.
But you do want this to come back here now, just for secondary.
Secondary safety, right?
Just in case, if the snubber broke or whatever.
Calm weather snubber has been deployed. Usually this boat should have 2 points of contact on the chain. In the event that the snubber chafed through in a storm, you would have a second standby one already on the chain. All right. So back down to 2000, and then you'll know. Okay, she's pulling tight. Rev up. Yep, you're holding, you're good. There we go, she's done. Snug as a bug. That ain't going anywhere unless a storm blows through. I think you'll be fine with that.
May not go anywhere with this.
All right. Wow, that's it.
Big
Let's
ass anchor on.
gonna take a look at his autopilot now.
Yeah, I went there. I'm just saying you might have to drive 20 minutes, 30 minutes to get. We got to go where we can get to. So, because we got to anchor, we can't go into a marina. We don't have no money. We're broke and
We'll meet you on the dock with a dinghy.
we're beach bums. We're literally going to have to meet you on the dock with a dinghy. So if you want to come on the boat and hang with me a minute or two, you're going to have to go across the water on the dinghy to get to it. All right.
Figure all that out when you get here.
All right, 10-4, brother. I appreciate you. I love you.
You're welcome. Love you too.
All right, bye.
All right, so that's great. We just
All right, so autopilot's ordered.
okay. We got autopilot now. Just so everyone understands what. Yeah, sorry.
You got to tell me.
The reason why we just ordered this autopilot is because autopilot is absolutely crucial for a single-hander, guys. You got to have an autopilot. It's just the way it is. So we ordered it, and now it's going to be delivered to Myrtle Beach. Look at that, eh? Another catch rig boat out there.
That's a pretty boat.
Oh yeah, it's great out here. So that's one of the major issues that me and Mark were really contemplating. He just dropped $1,600, which is like 2,400 Canadian, on an autopilot system for this yacht.
2/3 of all the money I have in my pocket.
So anyway, that's it. All right, so we're still in Georgetown. Mark's anchored over there. We're out of the channel here. Georgetown's over there. Really great marina there, I must say. Good prices on diesel. $4.25, pretty good. I think it was 4 or something. Yeah. Anyway, we decided to stay today because both of us need to do laundry. I need to get a haircut and a beard trim. I really appreciate you guys putting up with me and watching the videos. Do me a huge favor and hit the like button, okay? If you're into sailing, you want to one day do what I do, and you appreciate me taking the time to upload these videos, hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. All right, make a comment down below. So what are we gonna do? I had to wipe the entire boat down this morning with bleach because there's a little bit of mold building up down there because the boat has been so wet for the last week. So I took everything out, scrubbed it all out, and I've been working on the spinnaker. Believe it or not, I've been sailing this boat for 6 years and I've never once used the spinnaker, and it's pretty sad. So I'm setting up some sheet lines for it and just kind of studying about spinnaker. I was reading the Chapman's manual. You guys got to get Chapman's seamanship manual. It's the best book ever for sailing. We got the hull scraped down yesterday. Props on both of us. So we're gonna go in and do laundry, and then when we get back, I'm going to I need to get batteries for my voltmeter. So many things that I need. And then Mark has spent $1,600 or more US on a new autopilot system, which we're gonna get on Thursday for his vessel, because that boat right there is a full keel. Okay, so the keel runs from the bow to the stern, where he's got a skeg hung rudder. Okay, and it's absolutely crucial that he has, as a single hander with a boat of that size, that he has the ability to push a button and it goes straight. Now, I tried to talk him into getting a hydraulic one, but that's a lot of work and a little bit more expensive. But no, he wanted to go with the electric one, which I don't think will do any good out at sea with pressure on the helm. It's called weather helm. You got all the sails up and you got an electric, tiny little electric motor turning that huge steering wheel, so ain't gonna do shit. He's aware of that though. And I think he was really intimidated by the fact that it would take us probably 3 days to set the hydraulic one up properly, and a lot more expensive. But he pulled the trigger on the electric one, and that's all right. It's his decision. He's captain of the boat. It's the EV 100 edition, or EV 200, and the hydraulic is the EV ACU. All right, so it's Ray Marine. Yeah, so lots to do. We're gonna get into Myrtle Beach probably tomorrow or the next day, most likely tomorrow, where we're gonna install his autopilot, and him and I are gonna go offshore for a couple days, and in the perfect weather conditions. And that's when I think he's really gonna learn about his sailboat. All right, so I'll check in with you guys in a bit when I have some more information as to what's happening. Regarding the topic of BUI, boating while intoxicated, what is the answer? And I'm going to answer that right now. If you are at anchor, you're holding fast, having sundowners, and you're a little tipsy, yes, the government can come on your boat and charge you with a BUI. Have I ever heard of it happening? No. According to Rusty, one of my subscribers who made comments, it happens in the state of Florida. It does happen, so be careful out there. I looked it up. He's right. That's it for this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. In the next video, Mark and I continue on to Myrtle Beach, so stick around for that. If you really like these videos, you can join my Patreon. It really helps me out. You can feel like you're a part of the sailing community, keeps me out here. So click the link in the description down below, make a comment, ask some questions. Captain Michael signing out. We'll see you in the next video at Sunday at 8:45 a.m.